So, Tone, just tell me, say your name and who you are a little bit.
Well, my name is Antonio Fernandez,
And just look, yeah, start
and
again, just look at me. Okay, your
and
name?
my name is Antonio Fernandez, and in the streets I'm known as King Tone, and I'm a 50-year-old individual that was raised in Brooklyn, New York, in East New York, which was where I came up with. I got four sisters. I got a loving father and mother that are Puerto Rican, and I'm third generation. So King Tone is a poor young man that was raised in New York, Brooklyn, and Latin heritage, and a street dude. Somebody that was there in the neighborhood where they called it the ghetto, but really where it was lively. People talked. The community was active with one another. So that was my home. That was where I was raised, in a community that was poor, didn't have much, but we always were happy that we were together, that it was our community and that we could assist one another. So that's who my parents showed me to be: a community guy, an honest guy. My mother and father have been married now for what, almost 60 years. So it's not a broken home syndrome. So it's a beautiful thing that I had that upbringing and that solid home environment. The streets were the streets, but home was home. So I still have values, even though the environment around me was poor and going through struggling. My house was rich with religion, with food, with culture, with everything I needed to just become an individual that understood who he was, what he wanted, and where he wanted to go. And I think that's who Tone was. I think I had a great upbringing. I had a good place to be raised. East New York sounds deadly in the 80s to other people, but I found it fun as hell. And it was real. It was a real place to grow up. You seen things, firsthand. So I think that's basically Tony. That Brooklyn dude from New York. That been through the hard stuff, but never let it break us down like 9/11. You could attack, you could break down, but we build ourselves up, and that's where I come from. That kind of fiber. That nothing keeps us down. We will rise. And that's what I try to do, is just teach that, and that's Tone.
I'm going to go over your own history later, but right now, because that's going to be we're going to spend some time.
Okay, so just stay here.
So right now.
Oh, we can't talk like this?
No, you're great.
No,
Just
like
be
now?
you. Yeah.
No, but we
yeah,
could do this
yeah,
because you're cut.
Yeah, don't, whatever.
All right.
But I just
So
have a
stay it
question.
to who I was and keep it like that, system, brother.
Just answer, like right now, I'm going to talk to you about credible messengers.
Okay,
right?
so keep.
And then we're going to talk to you a little bit later about what.
Made you credible.
There
All
you
right,
go.
so yeah.
So right now, what's a credible messenger?
A
And you can repeat. You can also repeat my question and your answer. You can say, "What is a credible?"
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
that.
that makes
All
sense.
right.
Yeah.
What's a credible messenger?
Well, a credible messenger is I believe, and that's the beauty of that title. I think that Mr. Clint Lacey from DYS, the director, picked Clint, credible messenger, because each individual have their explanation of what's a credible messenger. So, credible messengers to me is someone who has found or had their moment in life, regardless if they were doing great or they were down low or they were wherever, where they have their moment in life where they realize there's more to this than just me, than just money, than just mine. I got to get involved with the other. And when you wake up to that other, then you explore the source of your community and the other things that are happening, which give you the validation to now go work with it. And as you work with it and you get experience with that hurt and you know the people, you become credible in their experience, you become credible in their message, and then you could portray it, but you could also convey a message to hope them, saying, hey, you believe it or not, 15 years ago, we were in the same circumstance. And in that poor time and when we were most mad, this is how we resolved it. And how I know, because I'm from here, I grew up here, but I'm just 20 years before you. And then you give them what we call as a choice. So I think credible message is the person who lived a life, who they learned from, and they could share that message with someone to help them see their way through a difficult moment.
So, this is going to be really hard. But what makes you? I know. My question is: so what makes you credible?
Well, that's hard because, and I'm not. Credible is a hard word, and all of us think we're credible, to you got to be credible, and especially to a young adult. That credible meant hurt, love meant abuse, safety meant lies, and you come with this little cute title, I'm a credible messenger, and they put all the swords come out lively and they're gonna hurt because everybody who told them they loved them hurt them. So what makes me a credible messenger is that I go in knowing that the word love could hurt as much as hate, because as a child with sores, that love has abused, that hurt, has abandoned sometimes, simple abandonment. So when I go and what makes me credible is I'm going, I don't think I'm the doctor that could heal all the wounds. I don't even think I could save him like all of the, oh, we saved one. Who made you God? Who you saving? Don't trick yourself. Messengers don't save. They bring the message. Salvation only comes from oneself. So what makes me a credible messenger is that I understand that I've been in care of a story in somebody's life to help them through those moments, but letting them understand this is really your choice, and I had it too. I'm just giving you a clear picture of what you're going to choose. Don't make this sad moment a lifetime. We could keep it a moment, and we could move on from here if you listen to this advice. And then you understand that if they choose not to listen, like you chose not to listen time when you were young, that you say, that's okay. We're going to go through that, and you're going to see that my message was true. And I love you through it and bring you back, and let's deal with the next choice. And I think that's what credible messengers do. They bring life to its simplest form to the young adult so they can understand the hurt, understand what will help them, and then understand as hard it is to make a choice, I'll stand by you and let you make it because it's not my life. And I know we could direct them, but you lose your credibility once, you force them.
What do you get out of being a credible messenger?
Well, it's so many. What do you get? You get hurt. You get disappointed. You get happy. You get fulfillment. You get chastised. And I mean, from every aspect of the realm of being a credible messenger, it's a funny title. It's a funny job. Your wife looks at you like, what are you, a cornball? What do you mean, Regardless, as you grow up and you become 50, people don't think your desire of when you were 15 is still in your heart for 15-year-olds, because your spirit still feels as they feel, that freedom of mistake, of success and all that. So people look at me like you stuck, in a phase, or you're really wasting your time. Our field doesn't get paid well. They put more into making burgers than saving a kid's life in America. So if you're an HR director and flipping burgers and you're making $150, and I'm here saving 175 kids in Washington, D.C., but you only want to give me $34,000 a year, and you don't want to give me a car to go to the block and bring the message. So it's a struggle. Credible messenger is the only thing that I say, and maybe my wife, my son, and anything I say in credible messengers, I think credible messenger gives me the opportunity to think that I'll earn my salvation back. Because when you were one of them, when you were one of these youth that caused havoc, when you were one of those shooters and one of them violent dudes, when dudes made me mad as little I was, there was a bottle gonna crack. There was something gonna happen. So what I'm saying is, when you lived it and you felt it, and that feeling come to me when I see it and reflecting from one of these young guys that I teach or I'm their mentor, I let them know, regardless of what you think, it ain't that bad. I'm here with you. And if you want to see the saw, here it is. I could show you every room of that, what that choice will give you. And then think. And I keep going there, and I think that's what, it gives me the opportunity. I want to heal. It gives me the time to tell my mother I'm sorry. It gives me time to prove to my community that I want to give back what I took from them. And most of all, it gives me that credibility to myself, like I said, that regardless of everything you did, when that weight scale come, I don't care if it's resting in the box going, that I could say like other people, yo, I walked the walk, I did what I did, but Lord, I finished the race in a good manner. I gave him my all with you. Let's see what happens from here. But who, like I say, those who are much forgiven, much give much back. So imagine everything that me being here 50, me being a product of a poor environment, that I have the opportunity to walk in a prison and open a cell and tell a kid, do you know that you could go home from here and never have to live this again? And they look at me, first of all, like, who's this white boy? Who's this Greek guy? And then I open my mouth and you hear Brooklyn, you hear that Jay-Z come out, and they stop. And then I tell them, that stop right there, that credible message where they say, whoa, he sound like me, but he don't look like me. And then I give them that message. The pay message, that paycheck that I get every month from whoever gave me a solution to a problem in my life. I said, here's this one out of this file, 1976, when I dealt with this. This is your answer, my young man. And that's my paycheck. When I see his eyes glow and say, you know what? This is a moment. Tony, it ain't going to be a lifetime. I'm going to go eat a burger. It's over.
Thank you, Tom. Why is the credible messenger movement needed in DC?
Well, credible messenger movement is needed more than ever in the whole country. Politics have changed. The reflection of a gentleman is no longer in the White House. And our kids act according to the adults and what they feed out. So if an adult that's in charge of the most powerful place in the world could tweet a dumb idea and disrupt everyone around him because he had to be heard, how are kids, we're going to tell them, hey, not everything you think and want to say, you say it. You don't know the outcomes of your words or your decisions. And so what I'm saying is the reflection is getting really hard to defend of trying to prove to our young adults that American politics ain't stupid. That the adults got it all together and good always wins. We can't preach that. And I know our president wasn't going to be black forever. That's not the subject. But I had this, like everything that we teach our kids, I thought that job had this prestige class you had to pertain. Like we tell our kids, pull up your pants, put on your shirt, take off that cap. You're in your job now. But it seems there's different ways to the youth and to the adults, because nobody has told the president, pull up your pants, tighten up your tongue. And what I'm saying is this all comes back to our poor kids, because our poor kids is the ones that usually deal with the harsh racism, tactics, justice, draconian laws that are going to come out of people with these attitudes. So the kids get mad because their president, not because he's white, because he's disrespectful. And now you're telling me to be respectful. And this is the battle we got with our young adults. And as every community needs an adult that can contradict that reflection with their message, that's closer than a TV, a reality show, a rapper. Don't bring stars to your neighborhood. They're expensive and they gotta leave. Bring a messenger that was born there, maybe screwed up or never been screwed up. But both of them could tell a story to the person who lives there that could do a lot better job and help them deal with the confusion and the abandonment that our government, the Justice Department, and society has given them to inherit. So if we don't got these credible messengers around to do the social work that you deny them, because prison provides all remedies to all solutions to all problems in America. Lock them up. Credible messengers bring life. They bring hope. They bring a reflection of, look, I could look like you, talk like you, think like you, even love what you love, and still eliminate the criminal behavior and still be that dude in the hood. You could do it. And I lose not one part of credit of all that dum. I walk every hood in the world and I explore them and I'm excited. You know why? Because it didn't leave me. I just learned how to respect my message and who I am. So when I walk the places that they say are dangerous or not, I say, it ain't dangerous here. It's just been abandoned and lack of love. But when I walk in here, they're going to see a light of hope. And they're going to see somebody who ain't scared of the dark. And it's going to look at him, even though he got 200 beads on, a helmet of colors, he's got all them tattoos, going to say, what's up, fool? Ain't going to look at me, what you mean, fool? been there, Wody. You get it? And every hood needs to embrace this reentry process of ex-felons like the president releasing them. These dudes who are coming with a message to your kids, who know the system, who've learned it from the hurts and want something to give rather than heroin and dope and everything that's being provided by these upper echelon. Like now, marijuana is legal. For who? That's the question, right? But you get it? That these guys come out the feds and tell them the truth. We ain't crying that we did the crime. We just crying that I got 40 years for a half an ounce of something that, but I seen another dude really not get punished. So you see, we could bring that story to the kids. We could tell them what's happening in there, not glorify that lifestyle. So that's why I'm saying that every hood, every city, every government, every table, every parole board needs somebody like me sitting there so I could tell their story when you was with the suit and tie, ready to lock them up. Oh, he didn't change. And I can say, hold up, I just seen 22 certificates. I just seen his mother and father been coming here for 5 years. I've been seeing him not fight. He hasn't got a shot. What the hell you mean he has to be here 5 more years? But they won't put us at the table. So you know where it got to be? Where Clinton is letting us be. Meet them in the street, bring them in the house, show them what the house looked like, show them which doors to knock on. And who's going to do this? You, credible messenger. Because you're the one who knows them. You get it? So I think every state will catch on to understand. It could have a different name. It could have a different look. Rap is rap. You get what I mean? Credible Messenger, Save Our Streets, all these organizations in a different form help one another.
Woo. What do you think? Okay, I know that we just, you know.
No, it's you follow your lead. You're the.
So, what do you think? What kind of training? Obviously, there's been training. What kind of training do you think credible messengers need?
Well, they need the trainings that we received, most definitely. You need those trainings. You need all aspects. But one of the most important trainings that I think that Grow Up, Grow Out provides to governments like in Ecuador, Sweden, and other places, I'm just saying for credible messengers actually, and those who run it, is the basis of the point of attack in the street. What gives me the credibility of know the point of attack of the street to win, like you see what happens when you think you know what you know, you lose elections, you lose lives, you lose souls. Because you look from the top thinking you know what's in the bottom. But you see, I go clean the toilet first. I work with the maintenance man. I go find out from bottom to top what's going on in your hood. I don't go in and fly in a dude with a suit and tie from California or Giuliani from New York to tell me how to deal with your kids. I go find Tyrone Parker from Concerned Gentlemen from D.C., the East Side. I go find people, Norman Brown. I go find those messengers from that street and tell them, I need you, like Clinton, to tell me what's going on. So then we could heal it. And when we heal that one, tell me what I got to have ready so we don't got to be always on the defense. Now we got money to be on the offense because we're credible messengers now. Now we preventing. We're not saving. You get? We there. And that's what's the get out. So what I do is I got something called mapping. Where first we go with the staff and everything and teach them, okay, you know the hood, but have you really mapped the hood? You know it as being you, but as you know it as a credible messenger. Then you got to do like an old Pentecostal evangelist church. Let's get the flyers out. Because before you bring the messenger, you bring the message. And then I teach you that and how you do it block by block, barbershop by barbershop. And you get that real street vibe. And then you don't see them there, but you start cutting your hair there. You see what I'm saying? You find out where they hang. And we teach you this. And once you get there, now you start being a part of what's called prevention because they don't get in trouble when they sitting with you in your office, in your circle, son. They get in trouble when they 5 deep on the corner by the barbershop blowing the joint. And if I ain't got my Save My Safe jacket, my credible messenger jacket with the gloves on, like we did in Newark, in South 7th Stop Orange Street, where on Christmas 7 boys were murdered, and my 3 workers didn't sleep for 3 days because they wouldn't go home. The streets was popping. The messenger had to be popping too. There ain't no rest in this game. There ain't no office. You got to move. You got to follow the trend. You got to chase that violence because it's moving. Cancer don't wait for the doctor. The doctor catches it and tries to catch up to it. What are you doing? Don't sleep on it. So, we teach that. You see the urgency in my voice? Because you don't know it till you see a tear drop out, a 14-year-old in the street telling you, Tone, save me, and you can't give him breath. See, you didn't see that, right, Credible Messenger? I did. So that's the importance of the title and of the job. We got our place. We got to meet. We got to sit down and debrief. We got to put our notes and our paperwork into that computer to validate what we do. But as soon as you got 20 hours in the office and 1 in the street, check yourself. You just got to. Like me, I'm uncomfortable with the process I'm in. But I moved up to a part of the game when I loved that part of the game. But what happened to us when they killed our heroes, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, those credible messengers? You know what happened? Everybody got too good to be a credible messenger, and the other half got too scared. The other half got too corporate. The other had the advantage of having their picture by the king before he died, so their career was made. But no one left a message for us how to follow how he did it. All you rappers, the rap game changed. I don't respect us. But we were like, we became Zulu Nation. We became social group. They killed our leaders. What are we were supposed to follow? Where are you, Jesse? Where are you? Where is everybody? They all went for the hills. So what I'm saying, credible messengers don't go in the hills when the bombs start dropping. They there where the bombs at. They got to be there because the kids, guess what? They don't love people who leave them behind. They get angry. They start shooting at justice. They say, y'all don't love us. This ain't justice. This is, you take advantage of everything I do. You beat me, then you come into that. You know, I just want to tell you, man, if government will put the money, like in someone like Clinton Lacey, and these ideas and let it formulate, like they got the plan for us, we would change things. But it's hard in politics. You got so many people to please and they go. So you can't even blame certain brands. They give you money, $1 million for 10 years. You make 3 mistakes. They put you in the news and they close your credible messenger site down. 300 years of slavery, prisons, no rehabilitation. The thing proved it don't work. More prisoners than anywhere in the world. The most richest country in the world. And we never quit building them. And we never go for a new. We could invest in a bad idea all our lives if what we're putting in that bad idea isn't us. So the credible messenger and people like this building this, we always got to remind ourselves, no matter what we hustling for, and I eat and we try to all eat. But we got to be in those streets, so we got to have people in the streets, and we got to be alive with it. And there's people who are credible messengers who don't got the title. There are people in the street that want to have a message but don't know how to give it. And I'm just telling you, I learned it because I'm an evangelist at heart. I never really solved a problem in an office yet. I only planned how. Then the street gave me the opportunity to prove if my planning worked. Then when I got out there and the young kids showed me that plan didn't work, guess what, thinking team, thinking tank? Back in here. We were all wrong. Let's start all over. So you get it? I think that's what we are. That's who Credible Messenger is a program that's adapting, that's growing, that's learning, that's bringing forward that voice, mine, Charles Evans, those different voices, educational, and everybody on the table, to this time, not to talk to each other, but to give each other's idea. Then we put them in the pots in those trainings, and we bring forth the first remedy. If it's a little too sour, it's a little too sweet, we fix it.
Yes. Why is it important? Well, okay, you've already done it, but so far, right now, what would you say the challenges are?
Challenges are tough because we got kids that are committed to us, and DYRS, which is the Credible Messengers, actually got him as a part of his property. Then DYRS has those that they take care of that the DC owns, but they're kids, so they just house them. So they got to get the message, but they're not ours. The state doesn't fund us, doesn't help us, doesn't give us anything to give them the message. But remember, moms, when you were young and you in the house and you would say, Mom, I'm bringing my friend. And she said, damn, he brings this dude every day for 4 o'clock for the last 2 weeks. You think Mama didn't know, but Mom said he doesn't have food in the house. She fed him. So what I'm saying, one of the challenges is that we got to learn to feed all of them, regardless where they're at. 2, I think one of the greatest challenges is that the kids start to formulate and understand who we are, and what we give. The more they understand it, the more they embrace it. Like we bought in, now it's time to teach them to buy it. And the challenge is to meet your hype, to meet that standard, because that's what the brand sold them. And so we got to stay level with what the kids are going to expect, not more than what we could give. So we shouldn't sell more than we could give. You get it? So that's where I'm at, that we stay at the level that we at, not the one we hope to be, and bring the kid along each level, him understanding the hardships and the good times, and let him know, Credible Messenger, you might, but this is life. It doesn't go right. You're not always going to get what I could give you. And that's when we become real. You get it? That we don't only give things with the mouth, but not with the hands. And that the kid can always scream, you didn't give me nothing with the hand, only with the mouth, but that's what you deserve for the moment. So that we stay true to that, to the growth of the program, of the message, and the dream that, of course, that DC, Clinton Lacey, and all the higher ups have given everything they've had to make this a success. So, I mean, we're responsible for a very, very important thing, not only because politics, of our community. Somebody gave us the power to help our community. They don't do this in other federal or state programs like Lacey, the director, has done right now with Judy, the assistant director. They have given us, we can't get mad if they have to pull it back because we need to keep eyeing. So, let's keep at these. This is going to take hard work. It's going to be a long process. And it ain't perfect today. It ain't going to be perfect in 5 years. What's the scary part is if we quit trying to be perfect, if we quit trying to resolve those things that stump us and those things that didn't work, most of all that, when it don't work, get rid of it. Kids don't got patience to wait for things to get fixed. I'm telling you. You'll see them in graduation today and you'll bury them tomorrow. And I had a kid in my class like that. Got his GED. He just passed it. Walked it home, seen a dice game, just went to see it. Nobody knows what happened. But as he took that one step to the dice game and he sat there for a few minutes, he died. He didn't get to know that he passed his GED. We told him in his funeral. So you get it? Don't wait. It doesn't process. So that's it. And I think the challenges are being met because I think we got good people that are watching that we don't get content with that. The process must continue to grow.
One more for now, brother.
One more before we all get fired.
No, this is it. This is it. And this is how. Why is it important to include families in the work? You talk about communities. Why is this kind of innovative for this time period? You know.
No, it's as you see, it's got to be family because it's just like to show you. And I know it's the closest thing to my mind that I could vision to show examples because I speak in proverb. So what I'm saying is, you see what happened when a man that was running for son could divide women, men, black, white, defeat. And usually what protects us from someone to divide us so easily mentally and physically and spiritually from one another like that is family. It's home. Because a home that's functional and shows love, first thing it shows is love don't got no color. Love don't got a tax bracket. Love don't got an end. Don't got a beginning. It is. And it exists because that's the nature God gave us, to love one another. So when you see that everybody around could mislead our youth and take them abroad from us and teach them other places, it's because home is broken. And home doesn't mean because if it's broken, like everybody, DYRS and the government, oh, broken home means bad. Shit, then every household in America is bad. And I'm pardon my French. That's in every home. They'll be bad, they'll be good, they'll be happy, they'll be sad. But what home doesn't teach is when something goes wrong, there should be hate, there should be blame, there should be persecution. It couldn't be that this is what happens in family, and when family goes through this trauma, we stick together and we heal it. Community and so forth. So I feel when you involve the mother and father, look, at my mother started praying. I got arrested in '89. My mother's a Christian. My knees, she must have warts like this on her knees. '89, I come home 2009. My mother and everybody told her, to my sisters, give up on him. He's not, come on. And I remember her praying and her, one day, God will do what he do. And then it happens. And it happened to me. It changed me because home never stopped believing. The first person that God put as my example of who I am, of who I should be, of what I should want, she never gave up on me. She never took the easy road on me. She never listened to the outside voices. She said, oh, that's cool in the church. Oh, that's cool everywhere. But when I go home, God entrusted him to me. This is mine. And she wore it as a badge, sometimes as disgrace, honor, whatever, but she said, it's mine. And one day, I'm going to pet him, love him, submit him into this love that he'll understand that love never changes. He could be in a gang, he could be in jail, he could be wherever he wants. I won't go visit him, but my love is never going to change. So you get it? Home brings that. It brings the values. Grow up, grow out, got values. So grow up, grow out, I'm just saying for the correct measure, respect, honesty, unity, knowledge, and love. My values, that changed my life. So when I go to a kid, I say, what are your home values? What was what your mom loved to tell you? And you hear the little words, you know, it could be a lot of things, even from when your little stop snitching on your sister, she used to tell me. I said, what does that got to do with the street? And then you see that they know the difference between a stop snitching in the home and a stop snitching in the street, that never was what they meant. That was something done by the Justice Department that scares that our kids are killing snitches when that don't really happen in America. Look it up. Take statistics. It's not something that really goes down. So home could make us sit here like I'm now with Junior, and we'll be watching some reality show, and my kid is starting to look at it like it's real. You know what home does? Come on, champ, snap out of it. That's the show. Look at the credits. I'm going to show you what's real. And your son will look at you, thanks, Dad. I almost got lost in this. And that's with everything. That's in drugs. That's in love. That home helps him resolve and see the choices and see decisions based out of the people that brought him to the nature of being here. Credible Messenger could only play half the game. If we don't go home and bring them to us, see, again, you notice something. If we don't go out and so you don't only chase the kids, you gotta chase the parents. And you bring them in. And you break that hatred that was put between them by all the hearsay and all the government's titles that they gave their sons and their daughters for hanging out in the street on a corner because you can't be in the park no more like when it was the 70s. You can't throw a block party no more. You can't be in the park to 3 when you had leather jackets and your hair was to the side and it was called greasers and you had leather shirts and you used to punch people. Remember Blue Eyes? And you had Fonzie. They had places to hang. They had places to get drunk. They had social workers in the street. They had a dean's office, not a police officer with a 6-shooter or a 9mm in the hallway taking them every time you had a fight. They had credible messengers. But as soon as the community's problem changed colors, the community changed the way they resolve their problems with their youth. So now where are we? We're at the place where we got to teach the family to wash their brainwash really with the word of hope, with the word of what's a credible messenger, what's there for them to start bonding back together, how to do it, how to understand that none of us at that table is perfect. You're the daddy, but you ain't perfect. You're the mommy, you ain't perfect. He's the son, you're perfect. We all here for one reason, to understand how to just make this work, because life is so full of gray areas. So if it's confusing as an adult, imagine being 15. You get it? It's a tough world out there. And kids today, stop fooling yourself, old schools. Have challenges me and you never had. You say, oh, but they wasn't whipped as slave. Yeah, you don't see the chains on their legs no more. You don't see the boxes on our kids' incredible messengers that tell us the GPS boxes? Oh, we don't know what slavery's like? Look at it. You see us on the bus, thousands of my kids with electronic braces monitoring them. And you still don't see slave ships. They done got them out of the prison now. They got them overflowing in our streets in prison. I'm just showing when do we wake up and see? That's your cousin. Something happened there. Why is my youth on a bus with a damn bracelet on his ankle? How could we change this? It starts with the credible messenger, lighting the fuel. Then the pops and the mom sees a reflection of an adult that cares, that believes in something that's theirs. So maybe they should hope again because they're just his friend. And if they could hope and believe in him, I should also, because I'm his kin, right? I'm his father, I'm his mother. So that's where I leave it. Without a home, we'll be visiting them in prisons like me and Noam. I got a sad saying. And I tell some of my kids, because I'm a credible messenger, I'm not a sweet messenger. I don't say all the time what they like. And I don't care if they like it. See, because there's something a credible messenger always tells a kid, I don't care how tough you act, how many guns you got, you're still a kid to me. And I'm still an adult. And I'm going to talk to you like an adult and get mad. And I tell them, brother, I'll teach you out here or I'll teach you inside. But whatever choice you make, you're going to see me teach you. And that's what we do. And the family starts doing that, and everything, you see the length of time it takes our youth to capture reality and come back to the real society like I did, will shorten to the regular span that it was in the 60s. Because we got the family back together, being the first source of protection against their sons and daughters from what's going on outside in the world, political, spiritually, and whatever. That should be decided and nurtured at home.
Like I said, I see why I'm talking to you, Tony. Last question. You know, the level of your spirituality is amazing. How do you speak about that? Would you say, I see in the little work I've done, people having spiritual transformations. Sometimes they're inside, they have that time. I mean, you had the mom. How would you speak about spiritual?
My spiritual is weird.
Okay.
It's.
Where do you get?
I want to.
I'll let you go. The question is, where everybody gets something, their support from somewhere else. Where do you get this energy? Where do you get this?
It's weird because it's a mixture of so many religions or people I stole from. Men of God confuse me. Righteous people irk me. You know, all those things, I love to be around them because the feeling of a lively church or a place that spiritually is inclined, it gives the soul a dance in it that you go to it. But it's only in the singing part. Then they get to preaching. Then the man come out. So most kids and most people who are living in the middle of that gray area, church becomes hard and spirituality becomes a task. And it becomes a cross. And at 30, you understand to carry a cross. By 15, you really don't want to carry Jesus' cross because he's kind of perfect. And I'm kind of 13, and I want to have sex, and I want to smoke, and I want to play. Yo, Jesus, see you later. See, you get, life is real. My spirituality came understanding that salvation comes from within, that the greatest God that touch me, and sometimes he's Jesus to me. Sometimes he's Chango. Sometimes he's Buddha. Sometimes he's Allah. I read the Quran. I read everything I can. I didn't say I understood it. I read it. But God gave me something from everything. And if I didn't understand it, maybe he thought I wasn't going to use it. I don't know. So religion became a life of solitude and confinement. Religion became, Tony's stupid, he's a spick, he's not never going to learn English, he's stuck. And it became kind of like the pastor, you know the pastor, oh, if your son screw up, throw him in the street. He'll come back, he'll learn, throw him to the fire. Now give me your offering. Devils, you know. Biggest criminal in the United States of America is a school teacher that doesn't teach. They don't give them no time. They'll do 35 years calling little Spanish kids and black kids all kind of names, defranchising their brain, and they leave retired with a pension, and they leave smiling to Long Island or to your suburbs. And not all the teachers, but a lot of them. All this is going on, and I've seen that the saviors needed a lot more saving than the people they were trying to save. I've seen that value changes when you're on the upper hand of righteousness. And most of all, I've seen justice ain't blind. She always peeks to see if you're Puerto Rican or black. She always takes a peek to see if you can meet bail. I don't want to call her by her name, but she be peeking. So why don't we just take the blindfolds off and let her see? It's better if she's blind than she have an excuse why she made a mistake. Can't do right when you can't see. I'm mad. So the Lord has put a fire in my bones that I don't know how to explain. And sometimes I'm righteous, and sometimes I'm not the most righteous person you want to talk to. But I tell you what, when that fire's in my bones, I know it ain't from me. It ain't of mine. It ain't my thought. But it's something that he's about to start that makes me like, now get cold. And I look at people and I said, shut up, Tone. Shut up. This ain't the place or the time for your stupid stuff. And then it comes out, pow! And then you shiver and you're like, oh, and everybody think I'm trying to be cool. And it's like, again, like, yo, dude, what are you doing? And there's this thing about people who are like me. They're not educated, sometimes the most educated. Prophets weren't the most smartest guys. They were the dudes that live life the most realist, with God guide them. And when I fail, man, I hit my head on the hard concrete and I'll say, God, forgive me, like David says in the Bible. I say, screwed up. And God knew my heart. He knew, he said, you did, but you really contrite. You really sorry? Yeah. And then I would go hit the pipe again. But God never stopped that feeling in me, never said, quit. You're worthless. People told me it, but that fire of life fought. It fought. And today my spirituality is this, man. Like when somebody says, hey, Ak, and it's a Muslim, he just gave me love. Even though I didn't look like him, I didn't talk like him, even though I didn't have none in common with him in the prison yards I was or where I walked. But because of the demonstration and the movement that I was involved with, he loves me just the way I am. I didn't have to be Muslim. I didn't have to take off my Latin King colors. He said, Ak. And when I go to your block and I was in Louisiana and the little Wodies used to call me, yo, Wodie. That means I was accepted. You get it? They love me when a Lion King tells me, Amor del Rey. I love you, my brother. How many parents tell their kid before they leave to school, I love you, son. You got your lunch? Hurry up, get the... Gang members, the organization that you claim a gang, the Almighty Lion King Nation, that's a nation. Wherever they see each other training the bus, they must stop and remind each other, I love you and I will die for you, my brother. Imagine if the movement had that kind of validation. So that's spirituality. Spirituality, you know one of my favorites? Faith without works is dead. I have faith. And I know people that they pray a storm down, but damn it, they won't put their sneakers on. So love me. This is what I tell the church. I'm not arguing with them. All you prayer warriors, don't criticize me when you hear it on the news. I'm the one with the sneakers on. I'm the one, that warrior, that prayer warrior you pray for, that dude that you said go send somebody. I'm that fool, the credible messenger. I'm the dude that's going to get spit on, kicked on, persecuted, called gang member still because I'm still going there. And then when you see me on the news and your God sent me, oh, look at him. Tone is back to his old tricks. He's a gang member again. Because you love using us when you need us. And then you throw us back to our titles and where we belong. Or you're just credible messengers. You can never become a coordinator. You're a director. You know how many people, when I pick up my card, I swear, and it says COE and founder, they still look at me and go, but who do you work for? People within the own place that I work that know that I'm my own business. Because they can't get past that Tone could own something. He's an ex-felon with 3 felons. He's a credible messenger, but could he ever get by that? We prejudice against the own people we hire, and we want to stay in a certain level because they couldn't meet us. You really can't understand this level of this game. Well, I do. I did. I will. I'll show a lot more how to. And then I'll make more entrepreneurs. I tell the kids, and this is the last credible, and I used to tell them in one of my classes, say, I used to have to carry 2 kilos to make $4,000. Risking my whole life freedom because I thought this is the way to make it fast. Then I flew to some place, paid for, spoke for 2 hours, and left with 4,000. It made me think. It really made me think. You know why? There's no greater product than me. There's no greater product out there than the knowledge that I've gained for these 50 years of the heartaches and the souls and the people I've seen slayed by this capitalistic government that doesn't care about the other. And I stored it all in. And now all these big wigs that want to know the remedy, I don't give it to them. But I sure let them know how it sounds like and looks like. And that's what we do. We bring healing to our people. We don't need to fill them with any other thing but the hope and the love and the family that God gave them by right. It doesn't cost nothing. This is what we're supposed to have as children. It's your right to open the door for me. I don't have to open my own door because you want to work, because you can't pay the bill. I'm only 9. Let me be 9. Hustle more till you can pay a babysitter. But don't give me the keys to the house because then I'm a grown up. And that's where we're at. So the credible messenger is taking the keys and said, maybe I could be in the middle. We could let him walk there. But we'll make sure he's all right, Mom and Dad, till you get home. Giving them the values and everything that you gave. So you see, I think a man of God is quite simple. He's quite broke. He don't sit with too many sophisticated people. He see things. Yo, you know how fascinated I am that I live here? My wife don't know it. I'm so appreciative. You get it? You know how fascinated I am with the little things in life? They used to paint my window black so I couldn't see the sun. And then I'm getting on a plane tomorrow to go to London. You get it? So I know God is awesome. I know spirituality is awesome. And I'm scared of, because as good as it is, I still know that I'm not perfect. That I could mess up. That this credible message all could end tomorrow. Every step is a cautious one, is a spiritual one, and it's a guided one. So be that. And we must be that for everybody. And I tell you, it ain't an easy job because when you become a credible messenger, then that means you're good, right? So now when you screw up, the message isn't good. No, the man isn't, but the message stays the same. And that's what I want to teach every credible messenger. You too may falter and fail. But you look that kid in the eye and say, I'm human, I fell, help me now. But the message is the same. You get it? It's just the reality of life. And when the kids see you be that, you know how I sit in groups and I got marriage problems in the girl journey and journal. They give me advice of how to be a father and a man. And who better to learn it to than the people who didn't have it? Because they could tell you the fantasy of what a father would be like. And I look and I say, wow, You cringe into the little chat because you see these girls, these young girls that have been abandoned for 2 years and DYs for 3 or 4 years. The grand view. That night, that father that's coming in, that horse and that shining. That's perfection. And I have a book there. I ended with this, and me and Norm gave gifts, and this spiritual holiday, Christmas, on Christmas Eve. I went and gave something, but the point part is Journey, the girls, give me a book. Me and him, our journal, purple. You know how you do like everything. You don't got time, you rush it. So I get home, and I opened it. And I read it. And they said a lot, but the one part of it, thank you for showing us what a father should be. My daughters won't tell me that. You get it? Because I haven't. But to know that somebody's going to tell my daughter one day, if he was like he was today, I'm telling you, he's a good man. He would have been a good father to you. And that's what it is. You see the healing, it comes in a circle. And my girls, I miss them, and I don't miss, today we're going to go see them. But that's what I'm telling Incredible Message. You see how it is to me? They're my girls now. They my girls, they're my dudes. We'll see it. But what I mean, that's spirituality. I don't go there expecting that me and Norm don't think, maybe we was just talk. Maybe we will do a circle. Imagine that if right now I already knew what I was going to do with 60 individuals in a prison because I sat in an office and already planned it out. And I'm going to walk in there knowing that we're going to have a circle. We're going to do this. You're going to see the special thing that me and Norm do. We follow them. See, that's all. That's the value of that work, the spirituality. Letting the spirit guide you. Today we need a circle. No, today, no, I'm going over there. That's the dude that got problem. I'll keep the rest over here. We're going to talk some shing shang. You don't get it? There's always a different vibe with the youth. Be able to adapt, create, articulate, and then give them the message. That's right for that moment. And then maybe next week, that group you planned and everything that was hard rock that you know you want to get it off. Next week, they tell me, Norm, and they ask them. They go, no, we want group today. And we look at each other like, what? They want a circle. Something's popping. You get it? And that's all I'm saying. They'll lead you to where they're ready to go. And that's the important part of being spiritual in your Incredible Messenger. Not what religion you're from. Open to all spirituality because the kids you're dealing with are from all religions. And your religion might not capture them. So that means you're not a messenger anymore? No, that means to ease up on that part of your speech and then let them see the man you are and and then they'll grasp to what they want to be, like you said, their personal experience with God. That's when it's the most clear. When you have a personal experience with God, you don't see a man's face, you don't hear a man's voice. It's the situation and everything, but it just blinds you to the point you say, I'm going to change. So, that's what we do. I think that's what Credible Messengers is in a nutshell, is that blinding light for a moment to see if we could change a life. Man,
Okay.
So, what's the first unit? What's open right now?
Transitions is open now.
What's journals doing? Journey. What's
Journey, I believe that they have the dance instructor.
Excuse me. Hi, Mama. Dance instructor there? All right. What's the one that always does pretty good with us? The kids that with the big tall brother, the orange shirts.
Oh, so you want to profile when we decide this takes.
Yeah.
That's transition. Transitions, they are available. They just left out the culinary, so
They just left food.
culinary. You all want to see them?
Yeah. Let us stop by see them first.
Don't you all have a sign-in book too?
Huh?
We have our sign-in form.
A sheet, sign-in sheets. Each unit gets a sheet, and then the staff signs it up. And then, but on the sheet, what we'll do, we'll match the names. You know what I mean? And whoever don't want to participate, you already know, because the camera, they're allowed to. You know what I'm saying? But then they can't go into the circle because we'll be taped.
Mrs. A. Jones. They going down to
Look who's there. Who's over there? They're doing the painting. Check them out. Oh, that's Nelson there.
No, they gonna take it down.
Mangansong. What's up? Why you ain't painting? Oh, we see.
They had forms.
Okay.
Who didn't fill out their form.
I know he was following me to chill with. The weather done flipped in a minute.
Oh, 06 more, 06 Wells.
No games tonight, no?
06 more, 06 Wells.
Yo, in Ohio, it was like this. The Ohio, the
Yeah, but
FCI,
that's time,
they had this wind valley. You know when going to mess hall? You go to mess hall, you
cold up there.
what? It was unimaginable.
06 more to impact. They also ready to start lining your boys up, huh?
No, you break the ice with them. Check this out. This is why I don't want to go back, because you can stay at home. When the bell rings, the movements, you gotta go out. I don't want to go to Commons. These places are made where the wind blows and the snow piles up. How, does it get bad here when it snows?
Left here 3 days now.
Really, you shouldn't do it in the unit.
Y'all kill it, Jim. Come on,
No, listen, act like who you are. Just because he's here, some of us are going to curse, some of us are going to be perfect, some not. I don't want that. Don't become plastic dolls for me, please. I want to show people that we're not acting here, that we got articulate, smart young men. You know what I'm saying? And you remember we had a subject. Remember when I told you people come in the door and they think that who King Tone is. You think they seen that video, so when they meet me, they think that I'm still there. You don't get what I'm saying? So we play around because you know me already, right? But you know I ain't there no more like that. But you see what I mean? There's still people now when I work at DYS, they still sometimes think that I'm going there for help. You don't want to come in? So fools.
Got the award of the year, bro. Hey, Slim, if you give me something like that, that means I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job, bro.
So,
I'm a kid there.
we're going to go around the group real quick, like we always do when we open the group. We're going to have a group subject here, and I really don't know what it was or what we're going to talk about. So go around and say your name and say something that happened today that you feel challenged about. You know what challenged?
Like something that you struggle with?
It could be something. But wait, hold up, brother. I don't need another teacher. That's what I'm here for. You want to be disruptive, go do it in the class in one of those rooms over there open for free. So no, a challenge is it could be good. Don't listen to him. Don't let him distract you. I know what he's doing behind me. So a challenge, so what I'm saying, you can meet challenges. All challenges ain't bad. So I don't mean just tell me bad. Just something that challenged you, and it could have been, you could have came out good, bad, something, but it was a challenge. My name is Antonio Fernandez. Today my challenge was to try to understand and have patience with the people who wanted me to go do a job for them, but wasn't giving me what I needed to do the job, get it? So I was ready to go ballistic, and just when they asked me, yo, you ain't got your information to fly out tomorrow to London? I said, no, the email came, you get it? 5 minutes before, I was gonna send something out colorful, you get what I mean? Bah, 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 bah. You know how it is. Bah, bah. I could have lost, that whole gig just by going off the emotion. Like, don't you understand? I got to travel tomorrow, and you ain't giving me what I need. Get it? So my challenge was patience, And I did pretty good. I got through it. Get it? I didn't blow up the spot, so I still got a gig for tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So that was my challenge today, dealing with patience. You, brother.
Being though that I'm about to leave.
First say your name. So
My name is Jalil.
that's it.
My name is Jalil. The challenge for me is being though that I'm about to leave. I don't have to follow no rules. So I don't have to follow no rules in order for me to leave. So I feel as though that I shouldn't have to follow no rules.
At least you're honest.
I feel like that's being a challenge for me because I want to respect. I'm cool with certain staff and certain YDRs or ex-YDRs. I don't want to disrespect them, but they feel as though that I'm disrespecting them if I disrespect one of their coworkers or something like that. And I really don't want to respect their coworkers. So it's just, and I want to leave off on a good foot with certain people, but some people I just don't care.
Articulate that. I'm just saying, just articulate that thought to a job. You go home, you walk up to whatever you do. Do you know that's the same circumstance in a job environment? You get what I'm saying? You're gonna have coworkers you like, you're gonna have coworkers you don't. But that doesn't ever stop you from being the coworker you always respect. Because the job don't give you room for feelings. They give you room to pay you to come do your job, not to like people. They come to pay you to respect them in the job they do. Then you clock out. You get it? When you clock out, like when you leave here, now you're free to have personal judgment about the staff here because they're not the superior and the authority of your behaviors. You know what I'm trying to teach you? And some do it different than others. Some you're gonna like, some you don't. The challenge is understanding, regardless the way the one that does it to you do it, doesn't give you the excuse what we said last week to disrespect. Because it could lose a job, it could be reinstated, it could be now. You really think you got nothing to lose, but is that really true? You get what I'm saying? There's always something to lose, right? You get what I'm trying to say? So I think that's how you face that challenge, remembering, no, I am losing something. I'm losing being respectful. I'm losing for the opportunity for somebody I like to see if I can start liking them again if we just show respect. Because then things start falling away, you know, that stereotype. And once you show respect to one another, then you talk, then you get it? So I'm just saying, face the challenge with that. Just understand you do got something to lose, brother. You know, we do. And that'll help you say, well, so let me see if I do something because I can lose something. You get what I'm saying? That's just on that. But, my brother.
The challenge I had, like, I'm just coming back to work. I had some relatives who died in a car accident like a couple of weeks ago. So, one I'm held on for like 2 weeks, but he finally died the other day. So, the challenge I'm having is really just, staying focused and keeping my mind in the game. Although I'm still thinking about them a little bit.
You mean you go through things like that?
Yeah.
I thought people that wore blue uniforms and open cells don't go through things like that.
I mean, I think sometimes they think we don't.
But it happens.
Yeah, but it's happening. It's just a part of life.
Sorry to hear that, brother. Mr. Norman?
Yeah, my name is Norman Brown. I'm with Grow Up, Grow Out. My challenge for the day is to understand that that too much is given, much is required. And much means that if I'm given more knowledge than the next person, then it's required for me to make sure that my that in which I know and that which I am aware of, I have to be an example for it. Because if I don't be an example for it, really it's no use to have it. Because we are a people that are a creature that learn by habit. And we learn better by seeing people do things rather than hearing them do it. So my challenge is to make sure that I'm an example for what it is that I know. And that's not easy.
So real quick, I just want to draw a picture. So if I read the Bible today, and I go outside, and I let off my sailor mouth, nobody really gonna know that I read the Bible because that's not what the Bible reflects to people who take that knowledge, right?
Exactly.
They're looking for a different example from me.
Exactly.
If I would read that and do what it says, I would go outside and I'll be like, how you doing, sir? You get what he said? You're responsible for what you know, man. I know my child's name now. I know where they at. I'm responsible for them. I'm responsible. You get where I'm going? I gotta do something once I know you. Once we connect, there's something that we gotta do. I just can't see you and say, oh, you hungry? You don't get it? That's what he's saying, man. The action of changing is when you start doing things for people just because. All he's just doing strange little faces, man. Come on, man. What's the challenge? Being light-skinned in a circle?
Dang, we talking about these goofies, man. These goofies.
My name DeAndre was challenged for me in school, but it's not that I can't do it. It's just that I don't like school. But I know that's the only way for me to go home. So I got to do it.
You hit that one, Norm.
That's a powerful statement, and we respect your honesty. But what is it about school that you don't like?
I just never liked school.
Period. Do you think it's because the curriculum or that which is being taught to you that you don't see yourself in it? Because the first thing when you look at a picture and everybody's in the picture, even yourself, who's the first person you look for?
Yourself.
See, so I asked you that because I'm asking you, is school non-challenging to you, not fun to you, because what you're learning in school does not show you how you can utilize to improve your life? What is it about it that you don't like?
I just don't like it,
My man, okay.
Could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you have? I didn't like school because I can't write. And I couldn't grasp the pronunciation of letters. I'm just showing you reality. So since 3rd grade till I got to 9th, because they just passed me, you know how they just passed to the low grades? I never learned to really write or read, so when I got with people who knew, it isn't that I didn't like school, I didn't like that I couldn't do what they did, and nobody really wanted to take out the time to teach me. I'm just saying, and I just quit. And to this day, that's what I'm learning with Norm and everybody. You get what I'm saying? And like he said, nobody ever took the time to teach me the way I like to learn. You get it? I like to learn more calm, smaller group, like this. You get what I mean? This is my group. This is the way I always learn. So what I'm telling you is, just because you don't like school, you can't stop liking to learn. Learning and school is two different things, son. You don't get what I mean, you? That cell at night with a book ain't school. That's your brain getting knowledge. Feed it. Or you could sit there making funny faces all night for 20 years and say, I hate learning.
But you know what's so unique about you that I see? Every time we have our circles, you involved.
That's right.
So when you're in school, you just like our school, huh, man?
How old are you now?
Makes sense.
So you get, there's gonna be, things change, son. You're gonna find other places to, I got my GED when I was almost 20 something. Yo,
Chill.
I got 2 minutes with you. I got 2 minutes for you left.
Nah, man.
Well, brother, I've never ever disrespected you. Look at me, brother. Look at
Ain't
me.
no big young.
Look, I never disrespected you. Not once did I come here that I treat you the way you acting with me today. If this ain't for you and you want to be that, you walk up and you leave. And I'm not doing this for this because I would have done this without this. I'll tell them, turn it off. You're really hurting me right now. You're not making me feel mad or nothing. You hurting me. Because you acting like every cracker that's watching that think you're going to act. Thank you. That's what they're going to see on film. Don't you understand? This is what people expect from us. They don't expect this. They don't expect conversation. I get mad because we're trying to sell you, not me. I already bought. They bought me. They give me what I want. I'm trying to them to hear you so you get what you want. Laugh at it. It's your paycheck, not mine. I just want you to really understand how serious this is for us.
Real quick, Joe. Group session. I know I haven't touched on this. I apologize to I'm the new treatment manager down here, so I run this house now. I'm no longer the SYDR. I haven't spoken about group. Group is something that I take seriously because y'all seen my groups. I see how I talk in groups. I don't like no disrespect when I'm talking. I I want y'all to give not just Tone, any group, Vamp, from here on out, whoever it is, the utmost respect. Now, if you feel like you can't handle a group, hey Dave, I can't handle a group, you step out. I'm not gonna lock your door. Step in, you gotta unlock, cool out, you cool. You go in there, read your book, or understand it. Your points will evaluate what you didn't do today. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't come to group and just be totally disrespectful because you just want to hang out and have a fun time. This is people time and people honestly coming to you all trying to give you all something. Got me? So from here on out, if you feel like you got an issue, you got the giggles, hey Dave, I can't do it, step out. Don't do it to the point where it get disrespectful and then I got to give you my consequences. You understand what I'm saying? My consequences will be totally different from what yours is going to be. So out of respect for any group that come in, any group, church, I don't care if it's a little girl coming here to sing Kumbaya, and it's funny as hell. Give her the respect, and when she get finished, you feel like you want to laugh, go in your room and laugh as hard as you want to. But while they here, you won't give them the respect. That's how we want to look at it as transition across the board. Not just they, y'all, just transition across the board. And I want Jalil, you leaving the company, I want you to carry this out to the community. You want to play sports, you want to do a lot of things. Politics and the way you carry yourself will separate you from the dude who might be a little bit better than you, and how he carry himself, that's going to get him to the next level and won't get you fall by the wayside.
So let me just say this real quick. I don't mind y'all laughing and playing. That's not what got me upset. Don't confuse you being yourself with being silly. That's all I'm saying. I'm a grown man. When I sat in jail, I didn't have time to be silly. There was no room for silliness. People don't take silly where I was at. So all I want is you to prepare for the world. So I'm leaving. I'm not mad. I just want you. It don't offend me when we're alone. For real, I just know when people look at us, what they really think they know and they don't know us. They don't know how beautiful and smart we are. So now, I just want you to know that. School and learning, two different things. You can hate school, but you never can hate learning. That's what God made us for. He put us on the earth to learn, to live, to explore. So get it? You're going to do that all your life with all different things. And they ain't going to be in school no more because you're going to become a man. Now you're going to learn from other men. You're going to learn from experience. You're going to learn like that. So don't stop learning. You get what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So that's what I was trying to make on that point. Yes, my young brother. Your name and something.
Name Ron. I got doing the program again.
You did what?
Doing the program again. This
Which
my
one?
second time down.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's your challenge?
yeah.
What they saying about this time? How long?
Same. You could make it longer, but you could leave in 6 months.
According to
Yeah,
the behaviors and the point.
yeah.
How's it been so far?
But
How long you been here? You were here last week?
nah, I just got it like a couple days ago.
Oh, you still feeling it, right? The disappointment of being back?
Yeah,
I used to hate that feeling. Right? When it all hits you finally in the cell and you like, I just left here. I did it 4 times. You know what I mean? Like, cha, 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 cha.
And so on his behalf, I think Gavin, I've been knowing him for a while. Me and him never had a solid relationship. It's cool. I ain't, he just been a kid, state, kind of state office, if you don't know me that good. But always been a respectful kid for what I do. And I think he's at a point in his life, he's tired. He'd have been in DC jail, YC with the little kids, right? Back over here to program again. He's
How
did it
old
all.
are you now, big brother?
18.
18.
Right?
He's tired. So I think this time I gave all my level ones over here. The program is 6 to 9. I challenged them. My goal for them is for all of them to leave in 5 months. They do everything across the board and meet all my
He's leaving
things that I
anyway.
need them to meet. My goal is not 6 to 9. My goal is to change the program and make the program 5 to 9. That's my challenge for them. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's tired. Good brother did something real big today. He squashed something that most people don't squash. That can't be squashed. But he did it off the simple fact of he got his mind set up and I know he's tired of these type of institutions. He wants to get to the point that he get a chance to live his life as a free man, walk free, without anything holding him down or strings attached to him.
So now let's tired, it's only one thing after tired. You know what I'm going? It's to work it. You get what I mean? You work it now. Because tired don't mean give up, right? Usually when you're tired, what you do, you sit down, right? You take a rest, right? Your tired means work time. This is it. No more play, no more resting. You get what I mean? Your tired is to give the initiative to go forward, to work. I'm tired of doing nothing. I'm tired of ending up in. You get that's when I got tired. I think that was my clip. Normal experience. I don't know how many times you went through that period of time you went when you were away. How many times do you see tired in there? You get what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, tired is something that will change you. Either you're going to get tired or you're going to get tired of living. Now, if you're tired of being somebody else's fool, then that means you're going to make the changes and you're going to make big boy moves like you did today. If you tired and don't want to change, then some men we done been around got tired of living and they hung themselves. So there's different types of tires. We seen people hung from sheets because they was tired and they couldn't go no further. So my thing is that it's better to be tired like you getting tired to say, look, man, I'm gonna step my game up. I'm not gonna do things when I was a child, I acted as one. But now I'm a man or I'm growing up into manhood. Now I have to make some growing up into manhood decisions. And according to Big Brother Dave, you've made one today. That's a sense of growing up, man. So you tired of being a little boy. Now you're growing in your manhood. And I commend you on that. But please be tired that way and don't be tired of living.
Get what I'm saying? That's good. And that's experience there. You get it? I done a little busy and then came home, but when you do a long stretch, like 24 years, you get tired. You look up and you say, this is tired. And you can't, you get what I mean? You got to hold on to the rope, not to that little picture of your daughter, that picture of mama. You get it? Even though they didn't write you no more, everything that's over. But I got to hold on to what keeps me not getting tired. You get what I mean? So you're on the right track, brother. To do what you did is big, man. It's because everybody look at us for what we do, right? Now you got it. It's a start. We get tired, right? What's up, big man? I like he's always smile. He's always upbeat. What you tell your neighbor what's going on? What's your challenge?
My name is Keyshawn. My challenge today was going back and forth with a woman. I gotta accept the fight that even if they is wrong, you know, they always gonna win the argument. So, and they got my freedom in their hands, so I gotta accept that fact too.
No one could help you with some of that thinking there, but so say that again. Say what was your problem? Say your challenge. Listen to yourself. Say it slow to yourself. Hey, what's your challenge? No, it's right. I want you to.
Going back and forth with a woman.
And then you say, you know that you shouldn't do that because what? They always right?
Yeah, even if they're wrong, they're wrong.
Even if they're wrong, they're always right. That sounds like a lot of you guys to me, and none of you are women. You don't get what I'm trying to show you right now?
Yeah.
It isn't the gender. Yeah, it ain't the gender. It's the position. Then the gender comes in because you see her as a woman and you're a young man. And that's your nature as a man. Is when a woman, you're lying. That's just who we are. We're the man. But remember where you at. See what I'm saying? That's a price you gave as a man in losing freedom, is when you come from some place like this. Not only men are going to tell you what to do, but who? Women. And that ain't bad. It's something you got to accept as a man. You don't get where I'm going?
Yeah.
And there's some men who think they're always right. There's some supervisors that always think they're right. Tone think he always right. You don't get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That isn't what I want you to disconnect the femininity and if the woman is. Now what you're trying to say is this maybe. I know she's a woman and she's sensitive. And when a man's screaming, I'm arguing with her, she's a woman and she's going to get emotional. And I should know women get emotional sometimes when a man disrespects them or talks to them hard. So I got to learn when to shut up. Now, because she's a woman, it's because they got more sensitive traits than we do. So I could go with you hard, and as a man, I know we'll debate it as men. But you're right, as a woman, we don't supposed to call our women what we call our men. We get used to it, right? Yo, that's my bitch. I seen people call the girls, you know where I'm going, and I'm like, whoa, the whole femininity left. You don't get what I'm saying? What you're learning to deal with again is that feeling. Is waking up. She's a woman, she's screaming at me. But you're practicing a relationship that has been broken to you all around because the street told you, women is always wrong. Don't let them talk to you like that. Right? We the dudes, we run this, you right? You don't get what I'm saying? And he could tell you, but I want you to erase, it ain't because she's a woman she thinks she's always right. She thinks she's always right because she's your boss right now. And even when she's wrong, she's your wife. She's the boss. So it changes the feminine, get it? Bosses in these environments got the power to tell you what to do because when you don't see what's good for you, they do as the overseer. You get what I mean? Sometimes it ain't. I've been there, right? But we do what they say. If it's a man, it's a woman. If he's white or he's black, he's Indian. The CO told me, son, I seen him as a CO. I erased color, femininity, special sex thing. You was a CO, I treat you all the same. With respect, because that's what I want from you. Boom. Because CEOs thinks they're always right. See how I say it? That was a different issue, right? They're in charge. So I don't know if I helped you, but you get what I want you to know. Don't do that to the women because you devalue their job. You don't think, Norman? It's like they're less professional than the men. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, then another thing about the nature of a man and a woman is that, see, one thing that we can't get caught up in is that women by nature can out-talk us. Because men by nature don't do a lot of talking. You know, if you had dad around the house or grandpa or granddad or somebody, you know, mama been telling us what to do for the last 2 or 3 days. I told you to clean your room up. I told you. But when dad step in and he say, man, what did she tell you to do? He ain't said before 5 words because his hand real heavy. So by his hand being real heavy, we kind of scared of that. So he don't do a lot of talking. So this is what sometimes, even in my relationship now with my woman, you know, sometimes she just want to keep on arguing and keep on arguing, and I come out of an environment where we don't do a lot of arguing. Either the case is closed or we're going to do something. So I'm not used to arguing. So now I'm even to that point with her. Look, you're yelling at me too much. Let's leave it alone. You got it. So sometimes, it's not that they right. Like Tone said, they the supervisor. Sometimes you just gotta say, what is it that you want me to do? What did I do wrong? You got it. And just go. Even if you right, don't sit there because your nature ain't made to argue. And you're going to get frustrated, and she can out-argue you, but that's when domestic violence come in there. Because she can beat you in an area that you can't really beat her in, but then you say, okay, you getting out on me, but you can't beat me with these. So now you go to hitting her, and that's called domestic violence, and that's wrong. So if we know we can't out-argue them, that ain't in your nature, get to the point, what you want, what I gotta do, cool, we're gonna leave it alone, I'm gonna take care of that. That makes sense? Yeah. We just trying to give you something on the nature of things. And that'll be try to handle it like that the next time. You can't out-argue your mother, your sister, they just get to yelling and all that, and you don't want to hear it. So you like, look, you keep beating me. Now I'm ready to hit you, you better be quiet. And that ain't good. So just take that wisdom from us and try it, and the next time let me know how it works.
You're doing good, you know, because look, you here saying it, get it? So you won the battle because a lot of dudes end up locked. You already know where they end up. So that's the beginning of it. You catching your behavior, speaking about it, getting information, and then would you try a new way? See what works for you, but I'm telling you, like you're seeing it now, like if you see the other way, you'll see that it's right. That's when they get you, right? When you keep there. Take a break. What's up, my young brother?
What's up? My name is Queez. Child I had, just been here, like programming.
That's hard for you, the child?
Yeah, it ain't hard, but like, for me not to mess up, because they can give me more time.
Well, we call that faking it till you make it. Not bad in the way that I do it, I gotta do it, I'm in. I started like that, we all start. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if that's your challenge, so let's say like you're sitting here now, right? Just one thing. You think out of the whole conversation, try to grab one thing that you take, even though you're faking it. You get it? Maybe what he said, someone said, that you don't want to tell nobody, say, that one I'm going to hold on to. You know how we say, I'm going to steal that one. So when you fake it, what I used to do, I didn't talk much. I used to listen to everybody and take one of their teachings. You get what I'm saying? And use it for myself for the day. Make sense? But it's not that bad, huh? How long more you got?
5 months, like,
Because he's giving y'all a deal, huh?
yeah.
I remember when they told me my first bit, they said, you're going to do a 3 to 6, right? But if you join SHOC, it's like a military, like that school over there, we give you 9 months. And I was terrible in school. I dropped out in 3rd grade. And I knew that it was better. I knew 9 months was better than a 3 to 6. I went to SHOC and I faked it for 6 months. In the last 3 months of that program, like he said, I woke up and said, damn, I did all this. Let me really do it now because I'm about to go home. People say my name with more respect. They seen that I made it through these 2 months. You get it? So before the 9th month, I ain't gonna fake. I thought I was a real soldier. You get it? I started believing in the philosophy of SHOC because I invested so much in those 9 months into my change. You don't get what I'm saying? So you'll get you. We just waiting for you. So take your time. All right? You famous, man. We say your name. This is my star. This is the star of my show. Go ahead, man.
Oh, man.
We actually wasn't here. You know what we asking?
No.
Something you found, it could be negative or positive, that was a challenge for you today. And the way you dealt with it and what you did.
Alright, my name Quan. I'm urges to run. You know? On a real note though, I don't know.
What's the outcome now? What are you, and I'm just saying with the challenge.
Oh yeah, now I remember now. Being locked up for this long.
When was the last time I seen you at 450?
In like last June.
You used to come in my
Probably.
group free, right? You used to run around and have fun, right?
Yeah,
They had 3 of them, right? They used to run through the building, go get their kush, come back. Some of them, I'm just showing you. And I never judged them. Because you're young, you're going to do your thing. But my point is, he kept coming. They kept learning, right? He kept trying. Then this happened, right?
Yeah.
You hasn't come out yet, right? Some get a chance to go out and come back, right? You
I
had
mean, I did go out and come back, but I went out to Utah. Came back down here.
You rather be here though than Utah.
I don't know.
You rethinking that one? Oh my God! Now you're gonna rethink it after the big great escape. Oh my God! So now what are you feeling? What do you miss from over there? Just a question. From Utah, there's got to be something you miss. Say the truth.
The freedom.
Freedom. The freedom they used to give you that you don't get here.
Yeah.
That's deep. Trade in the freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now what, you just waiting for them to decide again?
No, I'm programming now.
Oh, here.
Yeah, I gotta do the whole program.
You need what? You need something? It's all right. So the challenge is to figure things out again, right?
Yeah.
I remember when you were sure of things. Remember you used to read the book? I used to come to you, used to know, you had your plan, right? You remember when I used to come here, you always was in the book here? So now I'm just saying, make your plan again. You get what I'm saying? Make another plan. That's all we could do, right? We planned that trip. Ain't that bad. 5 more months, he said. That is a total 19, almost a year.
He's my player, Tony.
That'll be a year, because I came here last June, so yeah, that'll be about a year.
You all right, Slim? You want to say something? All right. So you're the last of the Mohicans. The challenge you went through today, good or bad? Oh yeah. How you gonna help with that?
Knowing people, paying attention, listening to the teacher, getting our work done.
When I was in school. Is the school hard because the girls is there? I'm just asking. Do y'all come out because the girls? Or y'all there at different times? Just a question. I know some guys when there's girls around, it's a different word.
Sometimes just sitting there and be quiet.
Okay.
I get distracted.
You get distracted. Easy.
I'm consistent.
That was me. Distracted easy. Well, listen, we're gonna let you go. We've been here a while, but you see what he said? Well, I'm just trying to show you. If you tell yourself your problem, then you could give an answer to you telling yourself the problem.
Remember last week we was there, right? We was talking about before you say something to anybody else, you gotta pull yourself up, right?
So you asking me? And what is this?
We said that the last time we was here, he was saying just out of respect, before you say something to somebody else, reevaluate it and say it to yourself and see how you feel if it was said to you.
It's like basically saying like be treated the way you want to be treated, right?
There you go. Major principle.
It was just like in group, right? Even though I was treated one way, my response would make the other person uncomfortable. Get it? So even though as much as I felt right, it was wrong, because once you make the other party uncomfortable, it makes your spirit uncomfortable because you know you violated a space. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, when you tell yourself, this is my problem. When I was alone for 3 years, imagine 3 years, 24 hours a day, how many things I told myself I was doing wrong. You get my point? And I started fixing it. But imagine if I never told myself nothing. You get where I'm going? So that's all I'm saying. That's part of it. You know. I get it. So now you raise your hand and say, yo, 15 minutes. Give me my 3 minutes to walk around, because you know how I am. You get it? It ain't that I'm bad. That's how I am. That's my nature, teacher. Give me my 3 minutes just to move, because then I'm going to bug out. You get it? But you got to tell them so they understand that reaction. Get it? I was like that, bro. So thank you for your time. We're going to go to another unit. We come next week. We're going to plan our annual meal. You know how we did last time some of you were there?
Yeah.
So we get a little dish and movie in, all right? But I appreciate you, and like I said, man,
Oh yeah, we still ain't get that piece of tone.
you know something, we did it. It's that y'all acted up and you missed it. Then somehow it became tone screwed up.
They was in the unit that was messing up, right?
That other guy, no, they had one guy. What was his name?
Yeah, we was on Impact. It was me, Greg.
And Paco. No, Paco wasn't even part of it yet.
Paco wasn't there. It was me. I don't even know. All I
But remember, he
remember
broke
was
the wall one day, and then when I was giving the dinner, they didn't bring you. I got you. I got you.
Greg was fighting somebody.
But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna set that up with Miss Williams. You know, I'll do my word, and we're gonna let you go. Hey, before I go, anybody want to say freely? Y'all good? You good, my brother? Nothing to lose, Joe. What that you been here now? How long? How long you been here? How long you been here?
For 10 months.
If you ain't learned now, you ain't gonna learn in 3 days. Yes, sir.
Believe how everybody said positive word.
What was that?
Positive.
For sure. I like that one.
Now a goal, matter of fact.
Say it. Don't pay him no more.
A goal and a positive word that you want to do when you get in the community.
We start with you.
I want to start off.
When you get into the community.
Huh?
When you get into the community.
Yeah.
What I want to do when I get in the community, go, I want to get a job. That's the first thing I want to do. And help my mother pay bills. That's one of my goals. And finish school.
That's big.
Big time.
And my word is respect and honesty.
Those are my values in Grove Ground. I got respect, honesty, knowledge, unity, love. Yeah, I like that.
Remember I goes not getting community. Don't do drugs no more, period. Keep my little brother out of it from where I went, from getting locked up and all that.
Ooh.
What's your word?
My word, discipline, patience, humble.
My goal when I get in the community is to finish school. I want to go to college, get my trade. I want to get something they can't take from me, a skill they can't take from me. My word is perseverance and humbleness.
My word is humble. And when I get back on the community, I'm gonna get a job and finish school.
That's big. That's big, sir.
my goal is stay out there, you know, continue going to school, get a job. That's about it. And my word would be loyalty.
What was the what?
Loyalty.
Ooh.
Get a job as a graphic designer. Do tattoos. In graduate school. Keep my little brother out of trouble.
What's your word?
Respect.
Respect. Big Ace.
My word for the day, integrity. And the goal for me is to get my own learners, then get 5 offers from all D1 scholars.
Yes, sir.
My goal is to make sure you all reach your goals. That's my goal. And my word is unity, togetherness, and humbleness at all times. That's my goal for y'all. All right?
All right.
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm about to hit. I apologize. Good man, I'm about to go.
Yeah, we
For the
good.
sweat. Yeah, it's my
You
time.
need them slips. Do we go by the
It
desk
ain't
and
about
fill these
that
out?
time,
Fill
bro.
these out?
It ain't about that time.
You know what I want to do? We're going to go to another group. Can I leave you so you ain't got to go? Stay free. For real, so now what's up? Why you stay free? You ain't got to go. I go where I want to go when I want to go because I'm free. Okay, I got words for a minute, right? You know what I mean? Try. You good, Slim?
Nah, wait.
Big young. I leave to London tonight. For 4 days, I'm going to put on the Facebook.
Big Dave.
I'm going to go speak at BBC, the TV channel.
Big Dave.
It's like a British broadcast channel.
I ain't getting in no trouble.
No, that's the
I'm glad I'm a good brother, man. I consider young brother get out there.
How you become so positive, man? I know it's because, you know, you're blessed and all that situation. But you're just so positive every day. It ain't like one day I see you come in, you know, just a little chill. Yeah. You just smile. You like him. Smiling all day. Kool-Aid smile,
But you
bro.
know how I
Right?
came there? That's a heck of a question. Is because once I found out that it works, and I found I could be just as successful being positive than I was negative, and I ain't gotta watch my back. That's what's up. Just imagine coming out and ain't never got a beef with me, nothing but
I ain't got beef with nobody in New Beginnings, man.
and you can still come out.
Everybody in New Beginnings? Ain't worried about it.
But I ain't gotta do nothing funny. I ain't gotta worry about nobody.
Why were you
know, looking at me side-eyed? Do things right. Right pays off. And if right pay off, why not do it? It's less
So
stressful.
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's what I wanted to get. I wanted you to say. That's exactly what I wanted you to say.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going out there in the community, right? Now I want to play football, right? I'm
Okay.
good at football and stuff like that. But playing football, I'm going to have to take up all of my time. You know what I'm saying? I want to do other stuff. I want, you know what I want to do and stuff like that. But that's not positive stuff. But it ain't no crash and stuff. But like, you know, going out with my friends and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to cut them off to do. So I'm like, it's kind of hard knowing that I'm gonna have to just play straight football. I'm gonna have to do everything football, eat, sleep, football every day, all day.
But you say you won 5 scholarships from D1 universities,
This
right?
year.
This year. You gotta put that work in. Do you think when you see them bad boys at Alabama, Clemson and all that, do you think they going home playing games? They going home with super discipline because they want to get to the next level. If you want to get to the next level, your friends gotta wait. I'm doing it now. When I go home, I'm working 2 jobs. One of them is to come down here, give my time to y'all. My friends can wait. I've been around guys 24 years. I don't want to be around them right now. I love them, but I want to be around my friends, and I want to come and make some room for y'all. You got to be disciplined to be great.
What I was talking about earlier, I was in the class and stuff, so the trash can right beside the teacher's desk. So I messed up in my paper, so I brought a piece of paper up, and girl Daisy May, she's standing at the board writing answers on the jump with the trash can like right here.
Okay.
And I'm sitting back. So I threw the jump in the trash can, but it bounced off the side and rolled to her feet. So she like, stop throwing paper, stop throwing paper. So when I'm like, what goes through my head is, you don't gotta yell at me like that. You can talk to me like a regular person. You ain't had to get smart and none of that. All you had to do was say, stop throwing paper. Then I would have told you what really happened. But I'm like, I ain't throw no paper. I ain't throw no paper, and I threw it in the trash can and rolled over there, cuz. So she talking some, I don't know, you talking about some cuz. So I'm talking to you. You know, I'm got like mad now because, you know, she got like, same thing that be happening on the unit.
Okay.
So she's like, man, no, what's this?
Start to confine them.
I told you you could, no, that's more than man, just chill out.
So like that, but then I thought that was bad, right? Then they gave my man, but then my man.
She can deduct your points and all that. So right now, I'm like.
So then I said, what's 3 years better? Like you said, it gave me hope. You get what I mean? Like 3 years ain't nothing compared to 145, right? So you could deal with it, right? But if you really get caught up and don't think nobody else get worse than you, that's how
bad. I just never like
I get it, because they go.
But that's something I got.
Yeah, we go.
You ready? Let's go. No.
Yeah, straight out of transition.
Everything on transition. Keep everything on
He's throwing the crowd. You gotta get me arrested. Yeah, you gotta get. How you doing? Yeah, they signed out. No, I'll give it to them. All right, thank you. Them girls ain't gonna do nothing for you. Them girls ain't doing nothing for you. Nothing. He's that's what I'm telling him. He's missing in that. You know. Does he supposed to come? Is he coming? Oh, he coming. He ain't coming to me. That ain't official, though. Because you know, yeah, they got the music and all that stuff. You gotta find it. You gotta find it. They still got the car. Yeah, they got the music, they got it all. They got that there. And me in the home, because she's not responding. I'm hoping to reach you. You expect that. And she will get I'm the only one who made it. Still the service to help you grow up. I know it take a lot because your nature ain't made it. Like this is before you creeps. But use her to help you grow into a man. Put her on one-on-one with everybody. And share your views with her so that she can see. That's right. No, she again, how do you to her? That's what I would do and let me know how that turned out. It's going to take you to gird up your loins, man, to do it by yourself. I guarantee you you'll get a different result. And let me know. You going to do that? I enjoy it, so. All right, man. See you on the mall. Now that you got that, you making people happy, be good. I wasn't making keep the words up there. All right, Big H, y'all be good, man. Okay.
What we doing now, and what time is it now?
It's 6:15, 6:17.
We're gonna just talk. We'll do a little see.
All right, good man.
Man, thank you, Big Dave.
Hey, no problem,
So,
man, no problem.
Boy, they got a good man in that unit.
Who's committed? Which one is the next?
All
these committed. All these programs.
Let me see one more. We'll do tomorrow the non. Let me go see one more. There were. Oh, is that I gotta help Norm. Norm is alone tomorrow. Yeah. I'm in London tomorrow.
Yeah, what you doing in London?
I'm speaking in BBC to the staff for the annual Get Right meeting. You know what I'm calling the class? Cowards. Cowards change the brand. People and good leaders build them.
Wow. Change
The brand.
the brain.
So like your brand, the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
The new leader gets leader. He says, but this got too much history. Let's call it. You get it?
Yeah, change up on it.
Yeah. You say no.
I see you. I see you tracking it all day.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a tough unit in here. I went to Wendy's though, or was it Burger King? Yeah. We got extra ketchup on them.
Oh, okay. Impact, I say,
I have two happy meals. 4 was 35 guys.
I ain't know y'all saw.
Then we looked at King Tom John on YouTube. When he had all that stuff, and he was on the bottom.
Yeah. Who showed it? The barbershop? They gave the new one?
Hey, so it's gonna be on the news. It's gonna be on YouTube.
No, that's everything to use is YouTube now, huh? That's the new that's the Credible Messengers, the new thing they doing in DYS. Well, they hired someone to make a documentary about the work. So now I'm bringing them around to show the grow out work, how we talk to you and get you ready for the Credible Messengers. So he's coming to some of my groups and he's just checking out to see how it really is and to hear what y'all say, in my group and how y'all act.
When it's coming out.
Damn, you took a shower? You not ashy and trashy?
He said that here for that.
Y'all ready? Come on, let's do it. Let's get in the circle real quick. Let's say hello to each other.
Hey, you was on house arrest?
For a year.
Yeah.
I wish I wasn't.
You had that big box with the sock with the hole in that.
I bought 100. They showed when I bought the 100-foot wire, so I could sneak outside and go out and play football.
Yeah. Then he went outside. He was standing with his man. He was like, yeah, at least the front, the place I can go is out front. He's standing out front with his man. He's like, yeah, these are my homies.
And then your man
called
from the gym.
yeah.
He's like, yo, find out who the big dog or something like that.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta stop watching TV. I'm talking to the principal.
He's saying no more like Land King.
Of course. You see my page? We got about 3,000 on my page. They still. No, I don't throw that no more. I don't have to.
You don't say I love you no more.
Oh, I say I love you by my voice. I say I tell them ADRs. I gotta salute them.
So
They're my brothers.
You don't do the hand no more?
I made a promise that I'll never do that again to my boss, because he can't do it.
So you don't do the dap no more?
I don't dap.
What you just?
We just say, I'm on there right.
I said,
Come on.
I thought it was, I'm more than that.
Sit in your check. Come on, let's get good real quick.
I'm more than that.
What that mean?
I don't know.
Love of a king.
They just keep shouting it up.
They keep repeating it right on.
Yeah. Every time you say, Sham, woo. I'm more than that. I'm more than that. They be littering that shit over my mama. They be having the girls in their lip. They all be mugged up. They be like, this is funny. I'm more than that.
The little shrimp lady, she was like that.
They be teasing up in that
Say, I'm more than that.
Why you won't get me arrested, man? I'm trying to keep a job with DYS, man.
You get arrested for saying that?
No, but part of my stipulations when I came home for real was why I moved to Virginia was I wasn't allowed to throw that up. I wasn't allowed to wear black and gold. I wasn't, no, for real, I wasn't all the time because I can now, because I own my own business. I run the dress code. I piss the people. Nobody tells me what to do no more. So, no, because you know how long, you know where I'm going, Red, you know I'm not, you know what I mean? You know when they tell you like now, you can't wear this, you can't wear that. You wait for the day, right? When you go to shop and you go, I want them black and gold joints. Yeah. You don't get it? Not because I'm still in, because you told me that I couldn't be who I wanted to be. And like, he's a Muslim and he's Nation Islam and you know, people are different. I want to be a king, that's my religion. I really believe in this. To you, I let y'all throw, but I live and die by that joint. Because that's my religion. That's really, I wake up in the morning, I say, Our Father, King of Kings, and I say the Latin King's Prayer. You don't get it? We got deceased prayer.
They were just protesting, they just had the leg king.
There you go.
But I'm saying, so y'all got your own, y'all just don't regular pray like this?
No, we got, this is what I'm saying. Let me teach you something about all the power groups, Black Gangster Disciples, the Stones. What I'm trying to teach you, remember Martin Luther King and the Young Lords and all that?
Yeah.
When they were doing that and Martin Luther King was in the action, a lot of people don't know that the power groups were social groups. You get what I mean? Like Vice Lords, the Stone Rangers, the Black Gangsters. We were all power Latin Kings, like baseball, like y'all, hanging out. Yeah. Then when they killed the heroes, Malcolm, King, Kennedy, the guys in the street were like, whoa, we doing all this positive shit, right? You killing our dudes. Why should we keep being this non-violent, believe America, get it?
Yeah.
And out of that came that anger that some of the Peace Stones, that's why they were called Peace Stones, the community said, we ain't doing this no more. We're gonna do this like Malcolm said. You know what I mean? Let's put a fist up. That became the two other nations, which is called now Black Gangster Disciples, and the Bloods and the Crip all came from one pyramid. Think about that. The Kings and everybody came from a black organization that was the strongest power group in Chicago. Not only did gangs come out of it, MOVE came out of it. You don't get it? That movement of killing our heroes put a fire in people's heart that they started organization, everything. But some of them went like this. You see what happened to them who did good, you get it? Yeah. Let's go the other route. Let's take the streets, right? Let's take what's ours. And we became street groups, you get it? Instead of social groups, we became who we are today, get it? We holding this down. But what I wanted to show you, we never had the intention to be who we are now. Our motto, we thought we were gonna be still running the streets, but we'll have that social club with the pool table and y'all around. We lose some brothers to the streets, to the jails, but it ain't like I'm going hunting for you dudes because you a GD or you a Vice Lord, you from Northeast or you from your little, because you say you're not in gangs, but you're all in hood gangs.
We ain't in gangs.
What's DC run with?
We run with sex crews, like hoods.
But at the end,
neighborhoods. No, y'all can be, with y'all, it can be endless neighborhoods, people from all different neighborhoods in one group. It ain't like that. It's like, you from this neighborhood, that's who you with. You from that neighborhood, that's who you with.
But my point is, keeping it small in DC, what I'm telling you is you're still taking the gang concept. You don't understand. You calling it a neighborhood beef, but a real neighborhood don't matter if another neighborhood comes in. That ain't neighborhood. That's gang. No, you don't get it when I'm breaking down to you? We play territorial, but you call it different. And I understand that. You don't need the colors and all that to say we Northeast. You just say the street number. Right? Yo, I've been with DC dudes and I walk in and you see Northeast, you need South. And that's another thing. Y'all don't get along with Baltimore dudes. When y'all get up there, it's like y'all different cars. Right? But y'all all talking, look the same, talk the same. You don't get it?
No, we don't. We don't
Baltimore and DC dudes is closer than New York dudes.
No, we don't talk the same. They be like, let me get a flood, yo. Who say, yo, that's y'all shit. Hey, yo, son, let me go get a flood.
Where's Norman? Oh.
Where you from?
Yeah, that's what Baltimore niggas say.
North Carolina. See, he talk funny and shit.
You from Baltimore?
No, he from North Carolina.
You know your slang. You know my rap. When you come home, teach me the slang, because I'm out.
It's like 4th of July when not 4th of July.
So you went to Brooklyn to get in trouble, in other words. But you made it out.
Yeah.
Thank Jesus.
Thank Jesus.
Hey,
so.
No, let me ask you a question. And I'll leave with this for real. You seen the video, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna leave it. No, if you didn't see the video, so I'll explain.
He was like that color then. Like
you'll see it later. So in the video.
Oh, you changed colors? Yeah, he was white then. See.
I'm like Mike.
He ain't had none of this.
Hey, now you heard of this jail called Lucasville?
No. Where's that? In Ohio?
What about
I was in Ohio.
What about Rockets?
You was in Ohio?
In Ohio, let me explain. Ohio, the feds got what's called Con Air. It's the airport that the feds own, that they fly inmates to. Like you go in buses, we fly to that airport. It's like getting out in reception, and all you see is 1,000 dudes coming out of planes, shackles, then you see boxes spread, you put your feet up. For real, it's an airport. You unshackle, and the airport is all bullpens. And you stay in there for a week waiting for your next plane to your next jail. Imagine that. And it's crazy. Look at my eyes. It was crazy.
What about Rikers Island?
That's where I grew up, Rikers Island. But let me ask you seen all that? No, for real. And I'm just showing I was powerful. I was a gang leader, right? Did I look? You seen the truth? Did you really see? I mean, you seen all the good things. You seen a lot of mishappening, right?
Yeah.
A lot of chaos. Did you see one of them dudes really ever ask me, like, are you okay, Tom?
Nah.
Everybody wanted something, right? Everybody wanted a power, right? I'm just saying.
Hey, your phone was big. Your phone was big.
That was the old school joint, the joints.
I know, you still got that?
I went away for almost 13 years.
Oh, this is a pretty go?
Yeah, I came home 2009.
You came home 2009?
Yeah, I just came home. I got off parole 2013. I'm still sick. Listen, this is what I want to show you, and I'm gonna
So
leave
you
it
was
there.
like 20 something in that video?
Almost, no, I was 30.
You was 30 in that
I'm 50 now, bro.
You was 30 when you was
So you was doing documentaries when you was out here?
He was out there like, bro, really with that shit. So what?
So let me-
He was getting like 1,000 or something.
So let me just show you. This is what I want to tell you, and I have fun with you. There you go. This is what I want to show you. Let me get you seats, because I don't want to say this, but I teach this. The TV focused on me because they see I united a lot of mothers. I was doing a lot of powerful things. The reason they put the whole screen on me, there was a lot of people with me, get it? But the first thing the feds do when they're going to come get you and your crew, they pick one of you as the leader. So they focus on you. So if they denounce you and destroy you, they destroy the rest, right? So they knew I was the leader. So they wanted to make me look powerful, right? And a lot of dudes looked at that and said, this nigga about that big, he's powerful, right? Yeah. Well, let me tell you a true story. Tone didn't have a license. Tone moved every 3 months from his apartment because the gang didn't give him enough. Not the gang, but what we did wasn't about money, so I couldn't pay rent. I worked a 9 to 5 and I took the train to work so we could just have what you see me have. So what I'm saying, I wasn't as powerful as y'all thought. Not in the real world, you get it? In the world that matter, like the world they want us to become part of.
I wasn't getting no cake.
No, you getting cake. Gangsters share cake.
Like money.
Do we share cake? Gangsters share cake. So just because I'm Tone, I can get your cake? Ah, that's what we do, right? We don't share, we give when we want.
Yeah.
They don't change just because you're in my organization. Now, if I want some of your cake as the boss, what I
I'm
gotta
saying
do?
was y'all wasn't getting money as a whole.
No, you see, because
Everybody brings something to the table. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
no, everybody brings to the table, but you see, you thinking that's cool. In the feds, that's called conspiracy and an indictment of organized crime. So Tone never wanted to be organized, and he never wanted to be an organized crime member. He wanted everybody to have their cake and they eat it. All he wanted was his, the one he earned for and the one he got, and the way he chose to do it. So if I worked the 9 to 5 making cake, and you make cake selling that weight, you couldn't think that I was weaker than you in the Kings. You don't get it? Because how you make cake didn't no longer matter. It mattered who you were in the standings with the nation, with your output. What I mean, well, like you said, what are you bringing? When we have a universal, are you helping bring gifts for the dudes that in jail? You don't get it? That was the power.
They put money in your book.
Who, me? Money ain't a problem. Let me teach you something. There's two kind of powers, right? And he'll tell you this. You got Trump power. You know what's Trump power? If Daddy never gave him $1 million, he'd never be president today. See, that's Trump power. You get it because you got money. Tone power don't come with money. Dudes do what I say because they believe in my word, and my word is free. It don't take no dollar for me to get anything done with anybody in my nation. Because they trust me, they believe in me, and they love me. They say, you need something done? I could do it with a 32-cent stamp. Why don't take somebody to do with $100 million? I'm not saying, because they love me. This is what I'm trying to show you. There's leaders who make you fear them, so you stay in front of them until a bullet comes, so you can move and let them fall. Or you could be that dude that really, that's what I'm showing. I showed them that at work. I wanted to be, for real, don't let me, I didn't want to be that killer gangster that it made me look like. If you didn't show, I was struggling. I was changing, you get it? But it was too late. I already did what I did. I had to go do 13. But my point is, just because I changed and I was a good guy, did I look weak? Did it look like any of them dudes wouldn't die for me because I never whipped them? I never made them give me money? For real, this is the true story. That's why you see me run out of gas. Yeah. Because I knew as soon as I took from them and they made me powerful, then that means the power didn't belong to me naturally. All I wanted as the power was that, listen to me, we're going somewhere. We got something to do, and this is our mission. You either with me or you against me. And it wasn't to be, stay home, but we're going to this rally today. We're going to help this mother get justice. And when they went and tasted it, you get what I mean? The first time they say, you pigs, and they could say that and not get arrested. Oh, you already know what happened. The next rally, I had like 700. The next rally, because I finally gave them a place to go scream and do all they wanted to do without getting knocked up. You get it? Then we started doing real work. But for real, what I'm trying to show you, what we call power in the street, in the real world is called powerless. Because if you ain't got an ID, if you ain't got a social security card, if you can't drive your mama to work, if you gotta beg for a token, you don't get it. Are we really making it? And I was making money. I could have asked any of them dudes to go rob a bank, go do anything. But then how will you feel if these dudes trusting you as their leader and you say, yo, I need some cheese tonight to get some kush. Yo, Bobby, go to the grocery store, knock off that old fool Joe. That old man don't give a, he always screaming at us when we go in there. And little Jody know, once I send him, I'm giving him some rank after that. You getting me mine. But I ain't telling the part, but if you get caught, shorty, with that toolie, I'm just gonna replace you with the next one. I got brothers that are gonna take care of you in there, but they're gonna demand a lot more than I did. You don't get it? Yeah. So all of us in those pictures that are screaming that, we came together because we were scared. We were scared to be alone, and we thought uniting would bring us power, but then when we saw we couldn't beat the real master, we started beating on ourselves. All day, all night. Then we figured out now the Kings moved to the next level. We learned by all the indictments, get it? What other gang is going through it now? You get it? Trying to find themselves, trying to move out of that level. There was a time they called the Nation of Islam a gang. There was a time when Islam, now they're trying to revert it, right? You a Muslim, you in a gang? Think about it, you know what I'm trying to say? We all gonna look like Latin Kings soon. If we don't fight and get out of this system. Trump is not playing with us. Gangs, crime, all that, he's gonna make an example of us, especially if we brown and we black. Get out of here, come see me in Norm. Do you? He know me, he chill with me in the street. I was with your partner, you know his way, Francois.
Oh yeah?
He used to be with me in the street. You know what I'm talking about? That's not his name? I was called Francois. He was with the bus too, right? No? The car ride that night? No?
You know, man, at the end of the day, closing, as I always tell you, closing these joints. We had to get some history on, how old was this joint over here? What was the name of it? Oak Hill. How old was Oak Hill, would you know?
She pointed right at Henny. Mr. Henny.
How old was Oak Hill? Huh?
30-year contract. How old was it?
How old? When was it built, you know? So you think that joint was more than 50 years old? Okay, and how old is this one?
This one is 2008.
2008?
Yeah, they started to build on 2008.
So to get the 40 more years, 10, 30, about 28, 30 more years, it'll be at 40 years old.
Nothing on it.
And it ain't going nowhere. Which one of y'all think that y'all gonna outlive a brick? Which one of you think you can outlive them bricks? I'm gonna tap it real quick so you can see how solid it is. Because
When it's put together, right?
it's put together real tough. It's real. And my reason for showing y'all that is because many of us done knocked our heads thinking that we can outlive this cement. And I want y'all to think, because we was once y'all age, and we think we so slick, that we think we can outslick this brick. And that brick gonna outslick you every time. I went in at 22, I came out at 47. You do the math now. And I just want you, about 25 years.
25 years.
And every one of y'all 25 years old. So the only thing I'm saying to y'all beautiful bright faces
I'm trying to make it.
don't get amazed of the wrong that he was saying. Catch the principle. And I'm telling you now that many of us tried to outslick and outlive this brick. This same paint, and if they don't paint over it, it's gonna be here when your children are born. So brothers, please pay attention to what we're telling you. We know you're gonna be slick because we was being slick, but don't let it cost you your life. And we're gonna leave you with that.
Yeah.
We lit.
Yeah.
That's how we do. That brick mean, Red.
That brick.
That brick mean.
You know what else? It gives you hemorrhoids. When you get old, you didn't know that? It's a real story. Sleeping on that. See, y'all got mattresses. They used to put me on the concrete sometimes. That drug, you don't know, it messes up your whole life.
Get in my shoe moving. My video be good.
How much type like what? What's tip? Him and him. These two dudes, and that's it. And they in jail. See what that means?
You got him tatted? Hey, Tom. Why you getting tatted that day?
I'm in there. I'm like, that's what I'm about.
Hey, Tom, let me see.
That's no, I can't do that. Can't do it.
So they over Tom, let me see the nigga? Hey, nah, but when you was in the video that day, this nigga bad. Hey, Tom, when you was in that video that day, you was really getting one, like, you was really getting one?
Yeah, I was getting the line.
Who was that? It was one of your
CEO, he killed himself.
He did?
After I went in jail 2 years later, he put a pistol in front of his son and killed him.
Why you do that?
Depressed.
In front of his son, though?
In front of his son. His son is on my Facebook, and I give him counseling now.
How old is his son?
His son is now. Well, Mark was. So this is the youngest. So his son is like 17 now. Sad, right? You know, when I was in the cell and I heard that, and he did the black rose for me. It's like my brother, man. I lived in his house when I came out of
You got
prison.
some tattoos in jail?
For me, all of them.
All of them was in front of you?
Not this one, not the line.
No, not the line.
Except the joint that was in the video.
The jungle got you got me.
When you're bored, you do stupid things to your body that you can't get off. Right? That's what time does. It makes you start drawing on yourself and all that.
Turning on yourself. And then I seen many men miss that woman and turn to that man.
I see dudes tell me, I'll never tell. I'll never tell. Then I see them go, you.
There you go. That was killer. Can't do them all.
Yo, Red, see you later, man. Take care of your class.
All right, Rex.
I was in court like, oh.
He said, hey, Tom, he was hurting me. Hey, Tom, he told me. Who they do that with?
No, machine.
Hey, Tom, he told you, so you can get it. What? They what? They did what?
Everything that comes in jail, guess who brings it?
Hey, Tom, so what you talking about?
You a racist. You a racist in your show. You a racist. Say amigo again. Say amigo again. Say it again.
What you talking about, bro? Tattoo kid. Wait, he got a tattoo? Where?
All my dudes, 30 of them told on me. Now, they always used to say, yo, don't move with you to the death. Man, they told them 20 years. Dudes were killed, too.
Jail tattoo? 30 of them? You know,
Not only on me, on 100 more. I had 130 quarter fingers. So this is what I'm showing you. We all thought we were 130 real till the judge came. Then it was a wrap. We all started fishing. No, I'm saying everybody. I started fishing for the best deal as a copper, 13 years. But then there's people who don't go for a copper. You know what they go for? They go for the whole pie.
what they get?
5 years.
5 years? Why you ain't taking the jail? What
I
about
was doing 45 to life till I did.
what about the man with your brother? Like, that
Oh,
was like
right.
your
That's
brother?
what I said. The judge said, oh.
What about the man that was like your brother, Tom? Hey, let me see the video.
No, he's still with me.
He got locked up too?
Yeah.
For real? What do you do? Like 10 too?
100, yeah, all of us did 20 and under. There was no murders or nothing. We wasn't killers. The feds just made us look like killers. We never heard nobody. 130 guys, not one murder.
It was
For
some,
real.
it was some of y'all in the jail together? Or none of y'all was together?
Oh yeah, they were together. I'm never. Wherever I go into prison, they only give me 5 dudes. You get what I'm trying to say? Huh? Why you gonna ask me, sir? Like, I don't know nothing about that. Huh? When you go to jail in the feds, if you're a leader, they put least of your people in you. You don't get it? So you're gonna be powerful. So now there'll be a lot of gangs, but your gang will only have 3 because they know you're gonna be. So you can't be strong. You don't get it? I don't even know that dude. The dude that was peeling and screaming. See what happens when you don't respect.
Oh, he was a king.
No, he was a king.
Well, why you
See what happens when you don't respect. You gotta respect.
So why y'all talking about this?
Why you trying to get bad information, man? Why you trying to be a bad boy?
I'm talking about, because you was cool.
How you think I came home? I'm doing bad?
Nah, cool.
Then I'll be lying to you, right? You don't get it? You think it's only me? You don't get 24. You think in DC he ever carried on nice and moved? What happened? 20 DC young boys coming to see you.
Why y'all burning?
You get it? I didn't burn them. Why you keep asking me if I burned somebody?
You was like that one on?
No, but I went to people who knew him. Yo, we never dealt. But I've heard through like Itchy Woods and other dudes from DC, Buddy Love and them, they say, yo, you start hearing when you make a name.
What they say, no one
Buddy Lee? Buddy
on
Lee?
this chill here. You know Buddy Lee?
Rashad Glee said it in the song.
Buddy Lee that died?
He died? My Buddy Lee died?
Yeah, John like big.
Yeah, that's my Buddy Lee. We were in Pollock together.
Yeah, he
got like sense.
Yeah, he from DC?
Yes.
He was like that?
Yes, with me.
Yeah, he did. What happened?
I was with him.
Buddy Lee? How you died? He got killed, Judge? I don't know who he got killed in. I know he got killed in.
I'll let y'all go, man. Y'all son, now y'all gave me shivers in my body.
Then when Glizzy was like, rest in peace.
You ready now? Huh? Yeah. You want to keep me mic till we leave?
Yeah. I just thought you leaving now. What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna go out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Listen, oh yeah, I'm gonna take pictures. Guess where I'm leaving tonight? To London. Huh? I'm gonna go speak at a big conference. BBC, is that TV? I'll film. Yeah, they're gonna film it. But they don't shave over there. They tell me, they don't know. Yeah, they like Vikings. They braid them. Yo, they lift their legs. They got like caves. Huh? Huh? I'm gonna go with 2 cans of deodorant. Shave up. What's a white boy? What's a white boy doing? What's a white boy? No, I don't. What's white boy?
We're gonna get on top of that.
That's how you make love. Yeah, but you was like this. I'm finished. There's a girl dancing in the club. You don't dance with her. Oh, she's burning me. I'm gonna burn her. A bunch of losers. Do that 60 slow jam. You don't know nothing about that? How is the slow dancing even in, do you even slow dance anymore with girls? Why would we slow dance with a girl? Why would we touch them?
You be like, Get this up.
These are gloves I gave for Christmas as a present.
Oh,
see the colors? And that. Oh, so what is good? In a movie theater, in the cold, in the park, freezing.
I gotta do the job now. You tell a broke ass.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I know every one of you is virgins. You've been coming to jail since you've been 9.
You was back up for a good 13 years.
What's grrrr?
Shotgun shorty. 13 years.
Goofy, I mean, what are they called? Goofies. Not goofies, I said roofies.
Susie.
pizza with the double cream. I want a little Debbie. Could we put a honey bun on top of that little Debbie, please? Huh? Ready? I'm tired. I can't do it no more. Y'all took all my energy. I do my boom, 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 boom. What you think? My niggas don't dance. They just pull up their pants, do the rock away. Where you come from? Lean back. Lean back. Lean back. You know where it's from? That looks like a Cobra? That old movie Cobra? I thought it was Cobra. You ever seen Cobra? There's an old movie and he plays a cop. No, this is different. There's more new. Is this the descent? What was that? The Expendables, maybe? Remember he made it? You good? What's left? Too much? Time happy? I know. You better not screw up because now she's believing. You don't get it? The closer the day get, the more excited she is, so you can't pull the day back. You get what I mean? 2 days will hurt her. You get it? You say it ain't nothing. You already know, right? Stay up. I see you. How's your kid? Good? Huh? Yeah? Everything good?
Hey, you know Jay Briggs?
Jay Briggs. Jay Briggs. I'm trying to match the name. He was a gangster, a sports guy. In the web?
And I'm glad you made that move, so I paid enough for both of us.
You got all the papers? You got all the papers? You got all the papers? No. All right.
What bail they made?
What bail? Bailey? Bailey. You saying it right?
Football.
I got 5 on the medal.
Me, because I was in the shower.
I'm going to medical.
You gotta have one more. You gotta have somebody with you, baby.
I thought it was 4 of them. You mind to 06?
Hey, can y'all back up so the folks can get out?
Peace up, down. We need escort.
Smoking Eastside OG.
That's the apostle time.
He just walked
I'll sweat, baby.
Okay, young soul.
All right, Ada.
All right.
To them? So Miss Williams, let's take.
They go to Miss Williams?
Yeah, Miss Williams wanted those things, so just take our attendance. But we'll leave it there, and then
But I get those.
In the lobby.
then we make copies tomorrow, give it to them, and chilly up in this joint. You already know, my brother. Oh, this one took everything. I'm tired. I'm still listening. I'm going to Walmart. We got to get out. Yeah, let's see if they're here. Nobody's there. Oh, this is I got to go to Walmart. Yeah, then I haven't packed. He was doing all day. You know, already this helping, you know, till Saturday, bro. Yeah, I got the check in my pocket. Yeah. Get a break.
Oh, hold that door for me, big bro.
Could you got it in there, brother?
Yes, sir. All right, thank you.
All right, brother. Thank you.